this is Melissa. I'm going to show you how I measure a woven wrap. Wraps are traditionally measured in meters and sized in meters, so I'm going to go ahead, and this tape measure happens to have inches on one side and centimeters on the other, so I am going to use the centimeter meter side. A wrap is actually shaped like a parallelogram. You can see there's a tapered end on one side and then the long length along here. So you're going to measure from one end of the taper all the way down the length. You do include both of the tapers. They're going to measure the exact same, or they should. So again, I've got my centimeter side here. I'm going to hold this right up to the end of the taper. You don't want to actually stretch the wrap as you go. They can vary a lot because some will have a little bit more stretch than others. You want to hold it taut as you go, and I tend not to try to do huge lengths at a time, just to try to get a really accurate measurement. I'll hold small amounts, usually about 30 centimeters at a time, just going along, not really stretching it, but holding it taut against the tape measure. This is called the soft tape in hand method. So you can see I'm just going along this full length right here. And keep going. I just reached my middle marker. It's right there. Still keep going. This one right here stops at 300 centimeters, so I'm going to mark with my finger where that 300 centimeters was and pull my tape measure back through. And then pick up again right where I left off as accurately as possible. There's my mark right there. And again, just holding it taut, but not really overstretching it. Just prior to doing this video, I measured this wrap. It's a size 6. I got 4.74 meters. And then I did it trying to stretch as much as I could going along the whole length. I got 5.02 meters. So that's a pretty significant difference. So you really just want to try to keep things as taut but not stretching. And right here I am getting 4.76, well 1.76 here, or 176 centimeters. So adding that to the 300 from before, and I've got 4.76. So I was almost right on from my last measurement. That's all you do to measure one length. I went from this taper is where I ended, all the way down the whole length. When I do measure the width, I go right at the middle markers. And I've got it just like this. And when I measure my width, I do try to kind of, again, not stretching anything, but holding it taut, just like this. And for width, I'm coming up with 67.5 centimeters. If you look at inches, if you prefer width in inches, that's about 26.5 inches. When you want to calculate the grams per square meter, or the density, you would multiply the width in meters, so 0.67 meters, or 675, times the length, which was 4.76 meters. And then you would get your weight in grams on a scale. I have a postal scale that I use. And then you divide the product of the width and length by the grams that you ended up getting. I'm about to go do that in a few minutes, and I'll have those numbers. I hope that helped and kind of cleared up some confusion as far as holding it taut versus actually stretching as you go along. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.